Hi, my name is Jennifer Cooper with J. Casey Mobile Notary, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I want to talk about the return on your investment of time in your business and how to learn to evaluate that and make the changes needed to make the most of your time spent on any task in your business. Today is also going to be an announcement, so we're not going to do any extra slides or go have any extra pauses. We're going to go straight into it. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do this. Okay, so return on investment, ROI. You hear a lot about that in any kind of marketing that you do, or not marketing, investments that you do. But I want to translate it into return on investment of your time. Something I've learned over the last year is there are things that I do for my business that do not pay me back or do not make my time put into it worth it. And how do you decide what to keep and what not to keep? And so those are the kind of things I want to talk about. As always, there's a blog post down below about this topic, and it goes over everything we're going to talk about today. Excuse my voice. I'm a little bit hoarse today. I don't know if I've ever talked about this before, but I do sing. And last night I did some big musical numbers that really stretched me. And today, this is the payoff for it. So forgive that. But so let's talk. I'm going to tell you how to figure out the return on investment on your time in about 3 steps. They're not super complicated. They are going to take some time on your part, and you'll probably need to have been spending some time in your business before you can evaluate this appropriately. So if you're a brand spanking new in your business, this is not going to help you because you don't have anything to look at, any trends or tracks or anything that you can to verify return on investment. So that being said, the first step to figure this out is itemize all of your tasks that you perform as a business owner and give them a time value. For example, I know that it takes me about a week, once a month, to get all of my social media promotions up and scheduled into Hootsuite. It takes me about a week. I have to go through and break that down even farther to each specific social media channel and how much time I'm spending on them. I spend a little less on my effort on things like Instagram than I do on LinkedIn or that I do on YouTube or that I do in other places. So you kind of have to take all of those things you do and figure out how much time it takes you to do. That's the first one. And you need to go through everything that you're doing. That's going to be marketing. That's going to be networking. That's going to be subscription services. That's going to be social media. It's going to be it's going to be your bookkeeping and timekeeping and a lot of things. Everything that you have to do as a business owner, you need to stop and evaluate how much time it takes to do those things. Now, we could get super deep into this about how much you are valued and how much you should value your time, but I'm not going to get into that today. I'm going to get into knowing when you need to make an adjustment. So step 1 is evaluate your tasks and how much time it takes you to do. Okay. Step 2 is, I don't have my blog notes in front of me, but step 2 is to make some adjustments to the tasks that you are doing that don't have the best ROI. We're not going to talk about the cuts that you need to make because you're going to need to make cuts. But right now, let's talk about adjusting. I'll give you an example. If putting money into Google ads always pays me back, but how do I know if it's worth my investment if I cannot look at the numbers, right? So if I spent $300 last month on Google ads, and let's say I got $1,500 worth of business. Here's where this comes down to you and you alone, okay? Clearly my $1,500 worth of business paid for the $300 worth of ads I paid for, but did it leave me enough revenue that makes that worth my time or my money? That's a decision you have to make. I can't make that for you. But I know by looking at this for myself that I would much rather throw $300 at Google than I would at Facebook ads, because Facebook ads have gotten me $0 in business. There is a failing return on investment of my time and my money. So in step 2 of this process, I am eliminating Facebook ads and I am budgeting for Google ads. Does that make sense? I'm also looking at the time investment I have in my social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google, all of that. And I know that I'm not getting anything that gives me an return on investment of my time from Twitter. And so that's probably a social platform I will not be spending a lot of time on or investing a lot of energy in. So step 2 is to adjust, right? Really look at how much you're getting. I should stop right there. It's not adjusting until you've looked at the return on investment, right? Your step 1, you've gotten all your tasks together and you figured out how much time it took. Step 2, you're going to look at each of those tasks and look at your return on investment. Okay. Some of it's going to be finance. Some of it's going to be followers. Some of it's going to be building a network expansion thing. It's going to be a lot of things. It does not just have to be money, but your time, return on your time investment. You have to evaluate those. Okay. Step 3 is to make adjustments, possibly cuts, and just changing things up. Okay. So once you've looked at the things that don't, now I'm going to give you another example before we go into cutting things and eliminating things. After you've evaluated your tasks and seeing what's got the best return on investment and the worst, also include in that decision-making what you enjoy doing and what you hate doing, what you're good at doing and what you're not good at doing, because that's going to come into play into step 3. Okay. Once you've done all that and you're in step 3 and you're doing your evaluation on what needs to be changed, what needs to go, keep in mind that things like your bookkeeping cannot be deleted, right? You need to do your bookkeeping. But another thing you can add to your list here is what can be outsourced as opposed to eliminated. Now, I'm only making this suggestion if you can afford to outsource any of these services. You can outsource all of your social media marketing. If you can afford that and you find that that's the best use of your money because your time is more valuable than sitting there and coming up with content, just make sure you can afford it. If you know that it's going to free up your time to do what makes money or makes your return on investment even more, then do it. But you have that option, is to outsource. I think a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs don't understand that you have that option. But you can be a little preemptive. So the reason I'm telling you need to have been in business for a little while is that you could have made mistakes like I almost made. In my first year as a notary, I was killing it. I was so busy, I was planning on an assistant in an office space. Well, 12 months later, business is not exactly the way it was last year. Had I hired somebody and gotten an office space that I'm stuck with, it would have hurt drastically my income and my ability to stay open, if that makes sense. So don't make a rash decision. This is about thinking about it and mulling it over and kind of evaluating it. And so all of that. But then get rid of the dead weight, guys. Get rid of the things that are not bringing you any value. I'm going to come back to this point with our announcement at the end of this, but I want to move on to other things for newer people. And like I said, don't try to outsource your entire business if you're brand spanking new. You're just not going to know what's going to work and what's not going to work. And as a brand new business owner, can I just tell you, you don't need to do everything that everybody is saying you need to do. Okay, before I got my commission and was out the door, I had my web page. I have my LinkedIn profile. I had my business cards. I had all of my legal business stuff. I had my new phone number. I had all of it ready to go. I paid a pretty penny for it. You don't have to do that. You don't have to get a Yelp page, which, you know, I could do a whole YouTube video about that, but I'm not going to. But you don't have to do that. You could do a lot of free things in the beginning to kind of help you focus your energy and your money on your business and getting the revenue that you need to stay in business. So there's that. But all of this is just to say, guys, that we have to I'd say every year. You could do it every quarter. You could do it twice a year. Take a step back and evaluate. Evaluate what's working and what's not working. Evaluate what needs more energy of your time, which needs more money. Evaluate that. I know if I want to get things rolling again, I need to drop $300 to $400 on Google, and I will not be able to stop my phone from ringing. I know that. So, right? So we hang on to those things. And I know that I've gotten zero business from Google ads. I've gotten business, not from Google ads, from Facebook ads. I've gotten business from Facebook, but those are from people who know me or know of someone who knows me. Never from my ads. It's a waste of my energy. It's a waste of my time. And it is most certainly a waste of my money. So I know that for me. I don't know that for you. You might find that Facebook ads work great for you, and good. If it works for you and your business, then keep it up. But my point is, evaluate what is the best return for the investment on your time and your dollar for your business, because that's how we continue to stay open. That's how we continue to grow, is that we do not dive into this with our eyes shut and our heart leading the race. We stay aware because we need to be aware, right? So there's that. And my announcement for you, I'm not doing this whole dramatic thing because I don't have 1 million followers, but as part 3 of my, ROI breakdown is YouTube is taking a lot more of my time than it's giving back in my ROI. So I will be taking the rest of this quarter off from this channel and probably all of next quarter. Can you hear them? It's the trash trucks. Probably all of next quarter. I'm going to be doing some research and finding out how to make the platform of YouTube part of my ROI. I'm not a coach. I'm not a mentor. If I was here to earn followers for notary followers, I could switch things a little bit, but that's not my goal for this channel. My goal for this channel is to help businesses and to reach out to my market. And my market is the people that would hire me to perform notary services. So all of that being said, this will be my last video for the rest of this year. If you see me back again, it'll be the beginning of the summer next year, probably. And I'm probably going to come back. I have enjoyed this. Having a YouTube channel is a lot of work. And I know mine is not the best. I know my videography is not the best. I know the quality is not the best. But just doing what I'm doing is a lot of time that's taking from the energies I could be spending on building back my business. So that is the video for today, guys. I will not see you next week, but I wish you the best. And I hope that you'll stay around so that when I pop back in, we can pick up where we left off. But until then, best wishes for you, for your business. There will still be 2 blog posts a month on my webpage. So subscribe to that so you don't miss any of that content. But until then, I wish you all the very best in your business, in your lives, in your future, and in the rest of this year. Take care. Bye-bye.